Hello fellow academics and welcome back to Beeftorio. We are at the eve-ish of our bad tide, so things are gonna get quite interesting. There are a couple of things that we should be focusing on. One is I think we need just more water, so we're definitely gonna turn these guys on, and also just need to turn these water pumps off. Making sure we're prioritizing these by haulers. We don't have enough beavers yet for haulers, but I'm hoping that will change soon. Alright, so that is coming along. Maybe we shouldn't hope, maybe we should do something about this. So, very briefly, we're gonna maximize our haulers in the hope that they get all the water out from here. And then we don't need to think about this anymore. It would also be nice to just take all of the logs that are still scattered around. There are none over this direction. Cool, cool, cool. And there, well, once we resume our builders, they should also be kind of just wrapping up that overhang. So unfortunately, we didn't get the water pipe done before before the first bad tide, but our second one won't be affected. That's the word I was looking for. All right, 1.3 days still. I do also think we're just gonna plan a little bit ahead and build a few more water pumpers. One I'm actually gonna place up here. Nah, we can't. There's a blueberry bush up there. I was thinking as the bad tide hits, they can actually pump water up this way. So that would have been nice, but then again, no real reason to do so. No haulers are coming this way. Not entirely sure why not. So let's go ahead and actually just destroy the paths, making sure they're not walking over this way. And while we still have some logs scattered around, we'll just save them for later. Alright. Which means I can put our hauler workplace back on the lowest priority and we can add all of our beavers across all the building areas. Alright. We're also very close to turning this into a triple overhang instead of a double overhang. So let's definitely do that. And we can remove a couple of these, which I am actually very excited about. Sure, let's delete that path on top of here. Here we go. And then adding in our single platforms, one here and here. And as soon as we can, we'll add those triple overhangs. Just a little bit more science for it to be done. But yeah, I think then we're in a really good position. All right, back to the topic of me trying to put down a few more water pumpers. So let's actually place another emergency water pumper down here. Highest priority. And making sure this is connected. I also think we need to plan a little bit ahead for additional food supply. You're almost done with this area. So another farmhouse down here will actually be a pretty good spot to also expand our crops into potatoes. And the way we're going to do that is, I guess we should also put down a staircase somewhere here, so they have an easier way to move between the two levels. Right, we're gonna select all of this to not be replanted. So once they're done with this, we're gonna turn all of this into potato fields. And then probably a grill somewhere over there to turn that into additional food. Because our carrot stock is actually relatively low. So I think it will be, well, as I was talking, the bad tide has started and we kind of need to keep an eye on this. So bad water is coming out, but it's not seeping over this direction yet. So that's something again that we need to figure out. Also, I've decided this part here, we need to do something about that, in the sense that we actually want this to be, I'm gonna slow this down so I don't we don't get basically killed from it while we're planning ahead. So if we put a double platform, maybe not a double platform, we would want a, because a sluice won't fit in here, right? No, but we can put a sluice in this direction. There we go though. Single platform here, put a levee on top. There we go. And overall that should do. This way we can easily extend it over this direction without needing to worry. All right. Bad water is still slowly coming there, but only slowly. So overall we're doing just fine. All right. Carrots is actually not too bad at the moment. I don't know, they haven't built that back there yet. We did get the additional water pumper, which is definitely good for us. And it will help us keep sort of an excess of water supply coming along. All right. I think I'm gonna raise it now. We've already survived a full day in the bad tide. Trying to raise it slowly. Every time I do this, it'll just always just swap over. What we could do now, let's keep that raised for now, so we have a bit more detailed control over this. All right. We also do have now enough science for our triple platforms, triple overhangs, not platforms. So we're placing all of them down, and they can't actually reach that last part. So let's go ahead and make sure that is in here as well. Triple overhang, as we will be expanding, like I said, in this direction overall. All right. Looking good, I would say. Looking good. Let's make sure we're first wrapping up all of these, because then they have a much easier time building everything around on all the sides. This is kind of good still to go. Okay. And while we're doing all of that over here, let's also go down here and create a little area for our woodcutter. And I've left a little bit of extra space here, so later on we can put some storage down this way, which I think will be quite beneficial for us. Bad tide has hit. We're doing okay though. And I'm hoping at least that we'll be able to branch over this direction and get that all sorted. All right. In order to complete this, we do need quite a few planks, so I'm gonna leave that configuration that we have right now here as it is. But once this area down here, let me actually high prioritize this so we can get some of this going down here. Once all these trees are chopped down, we're going to figure out how to create some regular water power over this direction using our water wheels. Finally getting rid of the requirement of having our beavers do the work, the manual labor, basically. All right, leaving a gap over here as we will need to plan to go across on the other side. Guess we don't need that one, do we? Maybe not. I just want to make sure, actually all of this can continue all the way through here. This will be a double, single, double, double, single. All right, and with that, we have kind of made that connection over here. Now they will build this up, and we can then make the connection through this side, and then build the power supply lines along that corner right here. Let's actually do this already, because why not? All right, so here we're gonna go in and build a 40 signs to unlock. Let's just do that as well. Need to connect that like this. And then these go over this direction. Now all of this is connected. These will go up here, and then we can bridge over. And make sure we also have a downward connection on this side. So we'll place, I guess we can actually place that over in the corner, and then put the platforms in like that. All of that should allow us to connect this up. And when we move this area here somewhere else, we can easily put another power hungry piece basically down here. Then we can also remove this, move all of this a little bit around. Could I have 2 wood workshops and 1 gear workshop down here? Very easily nestled into that corner right there. And once all of that is in, we'll also be able to connect this up over here into that entire production area right there. Nothing to do in range, you're already done, sweet. So you're gonna get sacked, and then we'll just make sure that we have a path basically to that new power area over this way. You can build that whenever they have the time. Wow, they are fast over here. All right, looking good, looking good. Water doing okay, not great. What does our food supply say? I do need to high prioritize this now, because we are running a little bit low, I would say. Too low on carrots. So let's connect all of you up, and then we'll make sure we have the potatoes in here. Gonna leave a little gap so we can actually move that forester over in this direction, and he can already be moved, so let's do that. Let's start with him down here. Just like there. Connect this up with a path for now. Highest priority. So we keep getting in. I guess we don't need to set you on the highest priority. Whenever you guys have the time, because we do have a good amount of logs right now with the oak trees that have grown in over here. So that should be just okay. All right. I've made good progress over here as well. A little bit short on planks. Means I can actually destroy you. We're gonna put a plank storage in. Temporary as it might be, just over there. Planks, highest priority, so that is in. And then we can already put in, where should we put this? Could put in another lumber mill over this way. Maybe we'll actually be okay. I mean, the top ones, those, they also need planks. So I guess it is worthwhile putting in the lumber mill. Gonna place it here so that it is directly connected to this area over there. It's also nice that I left this gap at the front, because then technically we could put another lumber mill over this way. It will be connected, and then we still have a path underneath here to get all of that in. Just making sure that whenever they are done with this, let's high prioritize both of you. I was shocked for a second in terms of water, but we're doing okay. Food supply is getting really low. But with the extra farmers over here, I'm only gonna have 2 in there. We should make a decent amount of headway with adding more food supply in there. Now we do need, like I mentioned before, a grill. I'm thinking I want to build it here, but we kind of need to make sure we have a way up this direction to add some additional storage. Well, maybe we'll just place you like this. Could place another one here and use that area over this direction to create a path up. Yeah, I think that'll be okay then. Right, not that we're in a rush with the potatoes, because the carrots should supply us a little bit longer. But again, just something to keep an eye on as they are still building all of this over here. The next bad tide or drought hasn't been announced yet, so we're doing okay. I'm hoping we'll be able to build all of this before it's time, so to speak. That sluice is in. Pretty awesome. They need to high prioritize this sluice as well, and this one, otherwise they won't, well, not highest priority, but a higher priority, put it like that. Because both of them will be needed to make this entire system here work. Alright. Another bad tide is approaching. I'm gonna wait until we are down to 1.5 days, and I think then we're gonna top this up. There's actually some normal water in here. Just letting it out. Why? Oh, interesting. There was a pull actually. Very cool. So as I let the water out here, it created a low pressure environment, which started to pull the water from down here up above the level that it was actually on. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, I don't think this will be done by the time the next bad tide comes around. Bit unfortunate, but it is okay. Definitely after the next bad tide, we will be ready to actually just let out regular water into this area. Alright, half a day, and then I will open this up. I guess I can already open you up. Kind of excited for all of this to be ready and done. And it's very unfortunate that we just needed like 2 more days extra to get this done, get this sorted. But, you know, it happens. That's just what it is. Alright. I think it is time to let out the bad water. Well, the mix of bad water and regular water. Some were hungry. We do have 105 carrots in there. Some are thirsty. We do have enough water in there as well. Nighttime is about to hit. Oh, look. You're in. Cool. We're actually producing more planks now. Alright. And water is still... Water with quotation marks is still rushing into this area right here. So, yeah, things will happen. I'll wait till the end of the day in the hope that none of the beavers are going to be around here. But what we should also do over this direction is take a single floodgate, build it there, and raise that to like 0.9 to increase the water level over this direction, or in our pool here. So it doesn't actually stop at like half its height, but you know, future worries, future worries. All right, end of day is coming fast. Come on, come on, come on. Need you guys to just run away now. All right, here we go. Race to the max. Gonna raise this up as well. Next bad tide is hitting 11 days. We should be okay. Again, keeping an eye on our water supply. 4 water pumpers, all working at about half their efficiency, so we might actually be a little bit low. But like I said, we'll keep an eye on it. In the meantime, how are you guys coming along with this? Metal blocks, we're lacking some of them. I guess that happens. Should actually probably pause you until we actually have some power supply going on. So let's see if we can't actually get all of this going a little bit. For this, we actually do need some gears. Well, each one of these needs 1 gear. So we are a little bit low on everything, as usual. But they also have plenty of stuff to still build there, so I'm not too worried. We need still 10 metal planks. I guess metal planks. Metal blocks. I guess we could replace this stuff with levees, considering we have enough wood right now. Nah, let's leave it as it is. I guess with all the levees on the side, they'll be very quick to use it all up. It's too far. How's this too far? Oh, I see. Because I haven't actually prioritized anything to get them close. All right. Doing a good job at building all of this. Quite impressed. And let's make sure, yep, all of these are prioritized. This is still the highest priority. Oh, look. Need to keep an eye on that as well. Food supply is a bit iffy, but it is coming in. Potatoes are coming in, actually. Which makes me think, probably want to high prioritize this guy. 25 logs. Easy peasy. And then I guess we could high prioritize all of this. We would save a beaver once this is built, though. No recipe selected. Oh, I guess they're done with the potato farm. Grill. You guys know what I mean. All right. Yeah, let's wrap this up quickly. Shouldn't take them too long to build it. We do have all the wood in place. And oh, look at that. You're actually almost ready. We are in need of some metal blocks though. We need 10 more metal blocks. Actually 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 metal blocks in order to build this. Why are you... Okay, just waiting for someone in there to power it? Should come along really fast though. I'm hoping. Always hoping. Alright, there we go. You can produce some metal blocks now. Still makes me wonder if we should just replace these with levees. But we also still have a lot of this stuff to go. Oh, look at that. First water wheel is in. All of this still needs to be built, which I think primarily we're just waiting on gears. Yep. So let me pause that lumber mill. Let's have the gear workshop be fully supplied with gears. There's just a couple more gears, and then all of this is in. And then we have our first automated power supply area ready to go. One, two, three more gears. That is it. And actually, while we're at it, I could place this here and connect it up. I might do that. I might place you here. Make sure this is then connected, and then all of this is connected down here as well. The only other thing we should make sure of while they are building all of this is some of them need to be paused. Others need to be built first, which makes me also think they can't reach all the way back here, so let me get rid of you guys. Turn this into a path. There we go. And also making sure all of this is high priority. All right, 5.6 days. Water looks good. Food looks okay. So I think overall we're doing fine. We're also doing a good job at putting in the remaining levees over here. That sluice is in. And I think we do have more more wood than metal blocks. So let me go in here and place the levees on top. I won't be able to replace you anymore. Bit of a shame, but it is okay. Delete you guys as well. And then you can also be replaced with a levee. And then we're gonna leave it at that. This should be now fully connected. It is. Pause the gear workshop. We don't need that extra lumber mill at the moment. We don't need you anymore. There we go. And we have full power supply to this guy. Supplying 200, needing 15. We need one more gear. Of course we need one more gear. That's just how things roll. And once this is connected here, we can also pause this guy, freeing up a little bit more workforce for us. How's it going, metal block? It is in. Okay, oh, shoot. We need you to follow this one. Close above contamination of 3%. High priority this. I guess technically I don't need to prioritize you, but I want to make sure you guys are now focusing on these few parts, because then we have our water supply that is gonna go in here. Which means I'm gonna lower you to 1.75. This is all connected over here. The gear is in, meaning I can pause you as well. Actually, pause. Temporarily, we need to place a connection over this way, highest priority. Once this is in, I can unpause that vertical power shaft. They should still be able to reach this one. But they are not going to prioritize it, because as usual, I went too far with this. So one lower, so you guys can wrap this up. Nope, don't want to destroy it yet. Come on, beavers. There we go. Unpause you now. Come on, builder. Builder. Log is in, they just need to hammer it into place. I guess we might already... we don't have quite enough metal blocks yet, but it is gonna come in any second now. But before that, they finished this part, so let me high prioritize you. Lower prioritize you. And then just keep putting these in on the lowest priority. Highest priority now to you. Second highest priority to you, I guess. No, let's not tempt fate. Oh, look, but all the wood is in over here. Now we just need the metal. We already have one, so this will actually be definitely done by the time the bad tide ends. Highest priority to you now. Alright, it is, I guess, the end of the day. No night shift? Oh, come on, guys. There we go. Another high priority in here. And once this one is built, we can high prioritize the last two. You're bringing the wood, and then you're running away to get some water and stuff. Awesome. Oh, he's bringing the metal block. He's bringing the metal block. The pipe is done, I think. We need to confirm that it is closed up, but I think it looks good. All right, highest priority on both of these. Actually, I'm gonna unpause you and stop you, because what we can do now is also plan a little bit ahead. Make the space here for the additional buildings. All right, food is plenty. Water is good still. The connection is in. If I pause you now. Yeah, almost enough. Almost enough. Cool, and they are building this stuff already. So once all of that is in, we definitely have enough power for that little production area at least. Still need to supply it with additional manual power. Beaver power, I guess. Let me actually unpause you, just to make sure we are at a good level. You're producing 180, so not too bad. Also, you're now in, which also means we can make sure that this stuff here is connected. Although you won't be fully connected until they finish building this side of things. Which is fine. It's fine. The one thing I want to wait for, it's about to happen. Now let me actually... Come on, water. All of this should be ready and in the right setting. What are you waiting for? Okay, something is pumping out here. There was a little bit of bad water in there, I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure that I don't see any obvious gaps. No, you should be fine. I think sluices are sealed at the top. Close above contamination, close below contamination. Maybe I need you to be closed for now. That looks a little bit too... too contaminated, to be honest. No, that is the right one. Okay. Where's the There's some bad water leaking in over here. But I don't see where. For now, what I can do, though, is just close you. And then we're just gonna need to see again. Where did the pipe fail? Okay, this is definitely an issue. Okay, that looks good here. What is over this way? Don't tell me it's the... They don't actually work. Alright, I think I need to assume that the impermeable floor has an issue with the corners. So let's go ahead and actually place the levees in, a levee in here, not the levees, just one levee. I'm also going to remove you guys. I guess I didn't need to remove you right now. Oh, that was a mistake. All right, place you, go straight up again. Oh, no, not you. Just like that, triple gate over here. I guess at least the water is not pushing through. Ah, oh, shoot. I still have impermeable floor there. All right. But that should be also relatively quick to build up again. I do want to wait until they have done this. Yeah, don't focus on this stuff, guys. I know it's nice to have, but it is just that. It is just nice to have. Alright, we're not topping up water here yet. But I'm hoping soon. It was the end of the day. I know this episode is running a little bit long now. And you know what? I'm gonna call it an episode. We'll see in the beginning of next one how it's gonna go. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.